Millions in Bliss Day 13, and it's a little bit late today or tonight, but I've decided to do this, to record an update. And this is exactly what I want to show. This is a reality show, but I'm not doing it by stressing myself out. I'm not pushing through, and I'm not working hard. I want to really replace the desire and the appeal of hard work with light work. This is the thing that I'm focusing on right now a lot. And light work in English, you see, the word light is very well fitting for what I want to describe and what I want to do and what I want to put forward, I want to do light work. Light meaning easy, and light meaning shining, like doing the work of light. And this is what I'm focusing on right now. So I have written here a couple of notes about what I want to share. And of course, one of the things that I want to reiterate again is that my goal is not to sacrifice myself for any kind of external success. So I haven't been recording videos because I was more present with my family. I was doing a lot, not a lot more, but a bit more things at home. And also I started doing this kind of behind the scenes work on my new project, which kind of seems like it's something new, but it's actually very, very much aligned with everything that I'm doing. Let me tell you a bit more about it. And I think that its development was influenced a lot by the fact that I changed my focus, that I actually created this journey that you are observing me on right now. This is my journey. I'm on the journey towards millions in bliss, and millions in every sense, but you see, millions without sacrificing the things that are most dear to me, my relationships with my loved ones, with my kids, with my husband, the relationship with myself. And you know what? I need to tell you honestly, I still haven't started putting my body first, in a way that I still don't go to bed before 12. I still don't work out in the morning, or let's say I don't have a goal to work out. My idea is more about going outside, going for a walk. I hope that everything will be fine with that person, with those people who are for whom the ambulance, or I don't know, the car with a siren came. This is what I always think. So yeah, let's come back to that. I still don't move enough, although if you look at me, you might think that I do. You look at how my body looks like, and generally, my appearance. But I know that I want to go for more walks. I want to do more stretching, not to achieve anything. And that's the key here, I think. I don't want to do it to get anywhere. I just want to do it because of love towards my body, because I appreciate what I've been given. Who, me? Who? Who is this who appreciates the body, right? There are so many parts of us, right? But anyway, body is something that's very important to appreciate and to take care of. Not in order to achieve any kind of goal like a particular size, particular shape, particular weight. No, I don't believe that this is what I need to be concerned with. I want to do all these good things for the body just because I want to really feel this deep love towards my body. Yes. So I think next time I will be recording a new video when I have managed to at least start going to bed early on a regular basis. But let's see. I'm not making any promises because I want to be in the flow and record whenever I feel like it. And now I'm going to tell you a bit about the project that I'm working on. It's actually a book for kids that I started writing 2.5 years ago. And I think thanks to my focus on coming back to myself, noticing the moments of bliss, noticing the moments of joy, and generally feeling the moment, led me towards remembering a very important idea that came to me 2.5 years ago, a very important project that I want to materialize, that wants to be materialized through me, let's say it like that. Okay? And I was open to that, like that's the thing, like when you focus on some things, they help your brain to find ways to move forward towards those things. And I find it really amazing. And this book that I'm writing, it's so touching and so moving. It's for kids, but it's actually not just for kids. It's also for our inner children. I will tell you more later. And what I also want to talk about today Oh. I told you about light work, I told you about prioritizing my well-being, and I'm going to share even more right now. Like, my real biggest focus right now is my well-being. And I'm so mindful of how I react to things around me. Because if I am a little bit irritated, that means that I haven't given myself enough love. And this is like my focus right now. I don't know what else to say about this. Maybe I will be able to say a little bit more about it, but actually it's some time ago, like several years ago, I worked a lot on exploring my emotions, especially anger and irritation and dissatisfaction. And at that time I realized that I didn't have enough resources to really react differently to what was going on around me. A lot of you who are watching this might not even be able to imagine me being angry and like yelling at someone, especially at my children. But that was the reality several years ago. I was very irritable. I was very explosive. But then, thanks to life coaching, I actually explored all my feelings and started giving myself what I needed to be more resourceful. And also there were a lot of transformations in terms of how I perceive reality, how I perceive people around me, how I perceive my kids especially. And a lot of things stopped really bothering me too much, or let's say some things that might have irritated me before, I looked at them and I thought, I'm like, yeah, this is not something to be really irritated about, because it's such a small thing, or a child is doing it and it's just a child. Like, they have no evil motives. They don't have a motive to really irritate me on purpose. And that became much easier to really accept the reality as it is, or to just not react naturally, not because of controlling myself, but naturally, just because it didn't really irritate me. Actually, let me ask you a question. Can you leave in the comment your reply? Would you like to hear more about this? Would you like to hear a story about how I actually became a loving and kind mom, or let's say a more loving and kind mom than I was before? I think now I'm also on that stage where I'm quite exhausted actually of being a mom over like a baby, newborn and baby. My smallest child is now a little over 2 years old, and it is exhausting waking up at night, every night, first to breastfeed, then to just soothe the child, or to take the baby into my bed, and he's still waking up at night. And at some point, some time ago, couple months ago, I was really exhausted. I was really like at my limit, because imagine waking up every night. I mean, a lot of people go through it. A lot of people just don't have that privilege, just to sleep through the night. But also young parents go through it all the time, but it's just so exhausting. It wears you out. And I'm just kind of coming back to myself right now, coming back to a more resourceful state, let's say. But of course I contributed to my unresourceful state by not going to sleep before 12, or even earlier. Earlier it would be perfect. 10:30. I contributed to that. But I'm doing my best, and here I actually want to also share that idea with you. Everybody is doing their best, given the resources, given the information, the knowledge, ideas they have, talents they have, understanding of the situation. Everybody's doing their best. And sometimes when we look at our past selves and we might think, oh, I could have done much better, or we look at other people and we judge and we say, oh, they could have done that, they could have done that, why did they do this? You could have done differently. No one couldn't do differently, because if they could do differently, they would do differently. And even us, when we look back, we can judge ourselves for making certain choices. But in fact, when we look at the past from this point of view, of course, we have new information, we have more resources, we have more knowledge. And from this point of view, we'll look back and think, I would have done it differently. But, then you were different. At that point in time, you didn't have the knowledge that you have today. You didn't have resources that you have today. And there is no point to judge the past versions of ourselves or the past in any way. There's no point to judge other people because they are doing their best. At any point in time, everybody's doing their best. Sometimes people are doing nonsense. It's just because they don't know that they can do better. Or they might even know, but they're not able to. Even if we look at some things that we do in our lives, we know a lot of things that are good for us. For example, I know that it's good to go to sleep before 12, at least before 12, better at 10 p.m. But I'm not doing it. Why? Because it's not so easy. You can know a lot, but from knowing to doing, there can be a very big space. And I feel like I want to share with you one more thing. And I'm just hoping that this thing is recording again. I haven't even tested the microphone before I started recording. I just turned the phone camera on, pressed record, and here we are. Let's just hope for the best. One more thing. Today I talked to one of my friends and she asked me, how are you able to just go out there and perform, sing, and just do it? How aren't you afraid? And you know what I told her? And this is what I would tell anyone, and this is what I also share sometimes when I speak at events, is that, when you have a spark, when you have inspiration, and you feel like you need to do something, you feel like, yes, this is pulling me, this is calling me, I want to go there. This is the sign that you need to go there. This is the universe speaking to you. The divine, let's say. And then straight away also your brain starts speaking to you. And the brain starts evaluating. The brain starts judging and saying, no, you're not good enough. No, we haven't done this before. This is scary. No, don't go there. And at this point, it's very, very, very important to put your brain onto its place. Because your calling is not for your brain to evaluate. The brain is here to serve our callings, to help us find opportunities, to help us, catch the things that will help us get where we want to go, that will help us follow the divine calling. Brain is there for that, and it does a very good job doing this. By the way, I think all of you already have heard of all these research researches, so let's say studies, where they say like focus on one color and then you will see only that color. Kind of, you will always see the color of cars, the cars in this color. You will notice a lot. Or if you focus on one brand, you will also notice the make, of the cars. This is what you're going to notice on the street, because whatever you focus on, whatever idea, whatever goal, whatever intention you give your brain to focus on, it's going to find things in your environment that will fit that focus. So our brain and us, like us who are like personality, me as personality, me as ego, it's not my job. It's not my place to judge, to evaluate what my calling is, what is calling me. So I just recommend looking at this from this perspective, because the divine has already decided that you are good enough for that. And that's why it's calling you. The universe, the divine, the space, the world. Yeah, the world. Let's say the world. Your world has already decided that you are good enough. So go there and tell your brain, thank you for your concern, and I need you to help me do it. I need your help in this. Let's realize this idea. Let's fulfill this idea. Let's follow this calling. And I promise you, you will be happy, because there is no other outcome that can happen when you follow your calling. You will feel amazing. And one more thing, the brain is going to really resist all this. The brain wants to do what it already does well. The brain wants to use as little resources as possible, as little energy as possible. So the brain chooses the road that has already been walked. That's why it's important to tell the brain, no worries, let's trust the divine, let's trust the world. The world needs us. The world the world wants exactly this from us, because I feel it, because there is this spark in my chest, and this is where we need to go. And let's open ourselves up for whatever's coming, because yes, we will become happy eventually. We'll actually be very happy doing this. This is also very important. We will be feeling good when we're doing it. But there might be also other feelings along the way, and that's okay. We're here to live and to experience different states of being. We're here to feel. And it's not something to be afraid of. It's good to be able to feel. It's great. And let's open ourselves up to whatever's coming. Let's trust the world. Let's trust the universe, the divine. Let's trust life. Because only like that can we really live our life to the fullest. And I want to be that person who lives my life, their life, to the fullest. And for that, my older version has to die. And I have to be reborn. And this is also something that the brain is afraid of, you know? The brain, the identity, the old identity, or let's say the current identity, is afraid to die, of course. Of course, no one wants to die. The identity is resisting. That's why it's really important to say to yourself, I want to discover new parts of myself. I want to see and to express new facets of myself. And some things have to go, you know? Or we can just say, something's already here. Let's see what new things are there. Let's see my new sides. I'm so different. I'm so versatile, so multifaceted. I want to see what else I can be. I want to see how else I can express myself. And it's not for my brain to decide. The divine is calling me. So, brain. Brain, you have no choice but to follow. This is what's happening in my life, yes. It's kind of a choice, but at the same time, a choice with no choice. When the divine is calling, it's not for my brain to choose. My brain has to serve. Serve the calling. Serve the purpose. So I'm wishing you a very good time. And I will see you later. I still haven't figured out which accent I want to have in English, so bear with me. Bye.